Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Today we're talking about an exciting one. This is the Armada ARV 106 Ti. The ARV 106 has been around for a long time. It has recently gone through some changes, as did really the entire ARV collection. But this edition of the ARV 106 Ti is pretty cool. I've always thought the ARV 106 was stronger than most people gave it credit for. It's pretty easy to kind of mentally just put it into this twin tip soft flexing category, and that's not really true. It's always been pretty stable and pretty supportive of high speed skiing. And it's kind of like Armada realized that, or I feel they probably already knew that, or always knew that. But they're kind of leaning into that with this 106 Ti. So if you want to up that performance even more, the stability, the vibration damping, definitely consider picking up a pair of these things. They are in Armada Zero collection, so you're not going to see a ton of them on the snow. They just don't make as many. But yeah, a lot to like here, and we had a lot of fun testing it. Kind of did some back-to-back testing with the 106 and the 106 Ti, which was really exciting to do. So basically what they did here is they took the ARV 106 and they added metal. Probably not surprising given the name. So it's a poplar wood core, pretty straightforward. We get that wedge wall technology, so the angled way that the sidewall meets the core of the ski to improve and increase durability. And then the addition to this ski is essentially what Armada calls articulated titanal banding, and that's how they're referencing the titanal layer in the ski. So it is full width and full length titanal, but then they cut slits into it. And that's a technology that we saw for the first time in the declivity skis. Basically, the intention is to actually reduce torsional stiffness right in the ends of the ski to allow it to twist a little more. And that just makes it less harsh on both turn, entry, and exit. And then the metal doesn't have those slits in it underfoot here, so you get a really strong, grippy feel underfoot, allowing you to kind of benefit from being able to manipulate the tips and tails, but then really trust the underfoot portion of the ski. And that in turn lets you create a bunch of different turn shapes and just do a bunch of really fun stuff. So we would expect that with the addition of some metal in this ski, we would see a little bit of a heavier weight here. Of course, yeah, I got a 180 here. They hide the length on these Zero skis. So let's see what a 180 comes into on the scale here. Yeah, we're up over 2,000 grams, so 2,100 grams. So that does differentiate pretty significantly from the non-Ti ARV 106. So something to consider, you know, if you're choosing between the two and you like the idea of having the metal, just be aware that it comes along with a little bit extra weight, which will make the ski a little bit more fatiguing when you're maneuvering through technical tight terrain and stuff like that. And then slightly stiffer in the flex pattern too. The ARV 106, the non-Ti ski, is already pretty supportive, but this definitely takes it to another level. And then same shape as the ARV 106, probably not surprising there. Good amount of camber underfoot here, rocker tips and tails, and a little bit of the taper that we're seeing in all the ARV models now as well. And when it comes to performance, I think we've kind of already touched on it. Like, it just feels stronger. It takes that ARV 106 and gives it more vibration damping, gives it a more stable feel at speed. It's going to track a little bit better through choppy snow conditions. You lose out on some park performance. I think that's perfectly fair to say. Like, I have kind of a hard time thinking about this ski as a park ski. Even the non-Ti ARV 106, I tend to hesitate to think of it as a park ski, but that ski absolutely has park it's park adjacent, at least. It has park tendencies. You could ski it in the park and have a lot of fun on it. You could build backcountry jumps and just absolutely throw down on it. And it's not that you can't do those things on this ski, and there will be people that do. There'll be big, strong skiers that do all those things on an ARV 106 Ti, but it's starting to feel like its intention or its purpose or like the ideal application is no longer rooted in tricks and freestyle, and it's more rooted in speed and skiing fast and skiing aggressively. Yes, you get the twin tip, so you can land switch, you can ski at switch, you can flick out the tail and slash turns and stuff like that. But this does feel like it's really starting to become more of just a kind of strong freeride ski. Again, like it's just interesting, you know. Like when I think of this ski now, I think of I fondly remember the old Nordic Enforcer 104 Free. You know, that was a ski with 2 full sheets of metal, 104 underfoot. It was a twin tip, but you never saw people ski it in the park, or if you did, it was rare. Like I owned a pair and maybe took it through the park twice. What I did on that ski is I went out and skied fast, but I could do it in the style that I like to ski in. I could pop switch, I could do 180s wherever I want, and that's where this ARV 106 Ti is really going to be a beneficial tool for a lot of people. So that's it. That is the new ARV 106 Ti from Armada. Really cool ski. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.